Welcome back to Candid Cannabis. Thank you so much for joining us again. Today we are going to pick up where we left off in episode 3. Dawson from Rosin Inc. and my daughter, Gabby, is with us. And we're just going to pick right up in the middle of the conversation.
Last week was a ton of fun. We kind of had to stop abruptly just due to time and everything. But we're going to go ahead and pick back up right where we left off. So if you want to go ahead and get medicated along with us, go ahead and get your vape pens ready, your dab rigs warmed up, and we'll just go ahead and kick it back off with Dawson and Gabby. It'd be really cool to have presses in the dispensaries when flower becomes legal. Mm-hmm. That way people could actually go into the dispensary and actually press their bud. Yeah. Imagine if it was like a little bubblegum machine. You throw your nugs in the top, they swirl down to the bottom, drop into a little
You know how like
bag.
The coffee grinders are in grocery stores where you can go like freshly ground your... Yeah, that'd be like, it's kind of that concept. It's a great idea.
I think that would be a really cool experience because you wouldn't be alone at home doing something like that. If you bought your flower at the dispensary and you walked over to press it and you seemed a little intimidated, you know, maybe somebody might see you and say, hey, can I give you a hand with that? Just because the cannabis community is very helpful.
And you'll have professional guidance in an actual dispensary, which is awesome.
Right.
I think over time the market's going to evolve, but I'm definitely going to try to get everyone to put a press in their store, or at least educate them on solventless, because you can check out the site. I'll have it up in about 2 weeks, and I'm going to have a lot of information there on one, rosin sauce, where you can literally achieve sauce-like consistency, where you can put it in cartridges, rosin-wise, solventless, make it at your house, make your own cartridges from your own cannabis at your casa. And also teach you how to mechanically separate your rosin and have THCA acetate, just a fine white powder isolate that is literally 99.9%, where if you were to take a high temp dab of THCA, it's a completely different high, and it's medicating. It's nice to experience the different effects of cannabis in its different forms, and you can do that with rosin. So that's something I would love to educate people on in Florida, because a lot of people don't even know what rosin is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and a lot of people don't know what anything is at all, you know? So yeah, this is all brand new stuff to everybody, or not everybody, but a whole lot of people. I was watching Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh, I love Bill Nye.
And for anybody that doesn't know anything about cannabis extraction at all, he has a show on Netflix, and one of his episodes talks about that.
Bill
Nye Saves the World.
Yeah.
He's actually kind of condescending to cannabis patients. I'm not going to lie to you. He kind of like made us look like he was a little pathetic in it.
That's
but
the big money in his pocket.
But nonetheless, I will say that if you don't know the science behind extraction and stuff, it's a very good basic.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
All right, today's strain report is going to be on True Leaves RSO, or Rick Simpson oil. It is a full extract cannabis oil, which means you are getting the full entourage effect with all of the terpenes and cannabinoids still present in this oil. This does come in a 1 gram syringe. It's a very thick, black kind of colored paste. Very, very potent, very planty. Most people probably won't find it very palatable, but me personally, I actually kind of enjoy the taste. So you can ingest this, straight up. You can put it right on your finger and, just go ahead and kind of put it under your tongue, rub it on your gums, or you can actually go as far as infusing different foods, cookies, brownies, whatever you have with this cannabis oil. So again, I personally prefer just to go ahead and put a little dab on my finger and eat it. What I find is really, really fast-acting relief. As far as oral consumption, I've never had any other cannabis product kind of kick in quite as fast as RSO does. So I would say within the first 10-15 minutes, I started getting a mild body high, followed by a little bit of a cerebral head high. Hour and a half later, and a full body high, full euphoria, almost like a pulsing feeling from your body, is the way I would explain it. Very pain relieving, very anxiety relieving, extremely calming, but very, very potent. So if you are newer to cannabis as a medicine and you've got a lower tolerance, I would recommend trying to dose this out into the smallest doses possible. Very, very psychoactive, very strong, very sedating as well. I did use this every day for about 2 weeks in the morning, And I will say I needed something like a sativa or a cup of coffee to kind of get me through the day, as I found the RSO did kind of sedate me a bit and make me kind of tired. Another thing to be thoughtful of with this RSO is the strength and the potency and the psychoactivity. Be careful if you're using any other, pharmaceuticals, or if you're consuming alcohol. One night I hadn't considered the effects of alcohol mixed with the RSO, and to my surprise, it was much, much more intoxicating than I had anticipated. 2 beers with a dose of RSO was very strong. I would not recommend, newer patients mix RSO with anything like that. So start low, start slow, but enjoy the very relaxing and pain relieving effects of this RSO. So True Leaf, shout out to you guys. 72% THC on this batch. Very, very relieving. So I will definitely be keeping an eye out for some more RSO from you guys.